Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
What's up? What's she saying? Yeah, she sounds just crazy, so. Yeah, just tell her no, it wasn't. If the vibes aren't like, listen, like I don't know why you are still responding. Like, why? But tell her. You not. No, just you should straight up say like, there's no amount of cute that you could be where I would put up with this type of like weird behavior and stuff. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, you know what crazy white women and their dogs are like, man. Like, it's a thing. It's a thing. There's this girl who lives in Annapolis who I matched with a long time ago, and she would say stuff like, blah blah blah. Like, she's obviously super insecure, right? And then also, so she would like want to hook up and then be like, no, like you probably won't think I'm like good looking or whatever. I'm just like, just shut. Like, okay, I guess. Like, I'm not. Like, you're the one saying that. So like, I don't know. like I don't know. Obviously, this isn't very attractive. But anyway, she wants me to like come to Annapolis. This girl. The reason I originally stopped talking to her is because she kept posting on social media about how her dog is the love of her life. And I'm just like, yo, like as a guy, as a man talking to you, even casually, it's like kind of weird that you're like, oh, my dog is the love of my life. Like, do you not? And she's like, what? He is. No one will ever love me like my dog. And I'm like,
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
It's like, what am I supposed to say that like that's just so unattractive? It's like just so gross and weird. And like, I'm not trying to say you can't have a dog and like your dog, love your dog even, right? But to be like, he's the love of my life, and then when challenged on that, to be like, to double down and be like, no one will ever love me like my dog does. And it's like, yeah, because he's a fucking dog, right? Like, you feed him, and that's really the whole bar. So like, the fact that no human will love you like that doesn't make any fucking sense. To like, why would you compare that? Why would that even be? Why would you want a human to love you like a dog loves you, where literally you just fill a bowl with fucking meat cereal and it's like enough? It doesn't make any sense. It's like, that's like what you, and she'd probably be like, no, I treat my dog great. And it's like, no, but it's a dog. Like, why are you confused between dogs and people? Like, what caused this? And I'm sure it's just like being a woman in, America and stuff. The early 2000s were very, very toxic or whatever. But it's like, you're a grown-ass adult. Like, if you gotta get together, or you can't be like wondering why shit doesn't work out, like, because she 100% like feels sorry for herself for like not being in a relationship, and then you're posting on social media to probably dozens of guys who theoretically would, or not dozens even, but like, multiple guys who probably would date you if you like acted in a different way, right? if you weren't saying my dog is the love of my life, like I'm so blessed for my dog, blah blah blah. It's just off-putting. Even if you feel that way, you can keep it to yourself. Anyway, she wants me to drive to Annapolis to hook up with her. I'm just like, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Which of course makes her like persistent, and I'm like, well, you know what? It's just like, it's a long way. It's an hour away. And she's like, oh yeah, because it's so far. Like, and she like, because she's insecure, she doesn't believe me that like I think it's far. And it's like, no, it's an hour away. Like, I've never met you, and my internet experience of you is not that positive. And she's like, I drive an hour to see my friends in Arlington, and I'm like, I'm thinking like, yes, so like, so what? Like, I certainly, not that I like for sure wouldn't, but I like don't drive an hour to see anyone ever, right? Like, when I drive like 40 minutes to see someone, I feel like it's fucking forever. And those are like actual friends of mine, right? So it's like, why would this make her feel bad about herself? That like I want. It's like also like it's the. Yeah, like anytime you reject a girl on Tinder, she then is like, listen, this is Tinder. We're all just trying to fuck like animals, right? But then like that's not really the case before you reject them, right? So like, you just have to discard that whole argument. You just have to be like, nah. It's bizarre because the dating apps are like inhuman. Yeah, but see, that's like how low the bar gets when you're on a dating app, that you're like, well, this one doesn't seem insane. Like, there's nothing, you're not saying anything good about her, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be like super negative. It's just like, because the bar is so low, you then are like, you then catch yourself saying stuff like, well, this one's kind of cute. And it's like, would you say that in real life? Like, even if you were drunk at a bar, like maybe, but like that's also different because then you're like actually interacting. You know what I mean? And it's also not very good. So like, I don't know. Like, you should probably like, I don't know. Like, it's hard in the 21st century, but you just gotta be like, listen, my standards. You should just say on your your profiles, if you're not gonna delete them, you should be like, my standards are incredibly high. Don't waste my time. I have a lot to offer to a good woman. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be like, listen, if you're, I don't know, it's just like, people get very bent out of shape on them because it's just like, it's just being lonely and being on this app alone, right? Is like what you're doing a lot of, just inherently, you know what I mean? Well, and if it's like a one-off thing, like what's that really worth ultimately? You know what I mean? It's worth something, but it's like not, because like if you're a white guy, you can also go to like it has to be like the right bar at the right time, right? But you can go out and just like meet a hot girl, right? Like, you can do that and just like the world a lot easier. You have to know like where they are, right? You have to know like what bar they're at.